I don't know that obviously I can't introduce another motion, so I don't know what the standing of what I'm going to say here would be, but it would lead towards another motion after the consideration, the current motion under consideration. And that is to say, and I'm going to read this because I don't want to get my left wings and my right wings confused. We members of the faculty got together and drafted language, which I think would be relevant for our current discussions, and it reads as follows. The action of the Board of Visitors has destroyed our confidence in its ability to carry forward policies widely supported by members of the college community, including students, faculty, staff, and administrators. The Board of Visitors have provided no evidence of administrative deficiencies that would warrant its extreme action, especially in light of its praise of President Nichol's leadership abilities. We wish to join with Consolidate and advance the ongoing process of responding to the illegitimate action of the Board of Visitors. In our view, it is imperative that the college community formulate a collective response. And the response I'd like to pose here, and again, it would have to be taken up after, it's not incompatible with the current call for transparency. But my concern is this. Asking for an explanation of a decision already rendered gives the imprimatur of finality to that decision. And there is still the option that this decision does not need to stand as it has been put forward. There must be some sort of recourse. What we do not know, we don't know either about the nature of the decision itself, nor there is a good deal of intransparency about the nature of oversight and the nature of the procedures of the Board of Visitors itself. In what way are they accountable, and to whom? It seems to me at the least we can do is demand some accountability to the faculty which has concerns about the educational mission of this institution. And so what I'm going to propose, and we'll take it up later, is that we bring a vote of no confidence in the Board of Visitors which will render this decision incomplete.
That was introduced by Kate Slevin and was seconded.
I want to ask Kate just to make sure that I know what you consider to be friendly amendments to this, because what I have is we request that Rector Powell and other members of the board meet soon with the faculty, staff, and students of the college. So I don't know whether you consider the addition of staff and students a friendly amendment, you want that as part, or whether you want to limit it to the faculty of arts and science.
No, that's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
To do what?
To explain the decision made by the board to not renew President Nichols' contract, and secondly, to voice our perspectives on our values looking forward to the search for a new president. Our values as opposed to corporate values. If you want to help with exactly.
We talked about criteria as well as the reasons. I think we need to say that we would like, or we request, that they explain the criteria by which he was evaluated and the reasons for which his contract was not renewed, or something like that.
And in fact, there was another friendly amendment asking for really not to focus on the second part, just the first part.
I accept that. Because, I mean, we will have the opportunity, if this meeting occurs, we will get to do, I think, what we want.
Could I ask, since we're also considering Brad's proposal.
No.
I know we're not considering it, but it's out there, and if we vote for this, then we are in fact contradicting what's coming up.
If you want to have that one instead, you can vote this one down.
Let me speak and say that I do not see that these are incompatible proposals. That is, we can ask for information and we can simultaneously express our vote of no confidence. I don't see that
Okay.
I think we should simply tell them to come. We should not specify what we want to talk about. They don't need to know that. They should come and talk to us, and we should then prepare lists carefully what we want to say. So I would be more comfortable with the first part.
American Studies and Anthropology.
Nonetheless, we should mention to answer questions about criteria. Just to answer the faculty's questions about.
No, we can't say, we are inviting them for consultation.
But that's all up to Kate.
Read it again. Just the first part, read it
We're
again.
both trying, believe me.
Okay. What I
Usually in the office.
This last motion would be an absurd motion. We would look ridiculous. We already risk looking ridiculous with the motion that has been passed. We will look like a body that can't take a yes and can't take a no. Like a collection of highly educated professional individuals who do not understand that the job of a president is indeed one of the very most complicated jobs in the world, that there are not merely two constituencies or two dominant constituencies, that fundraising, relations with legislators, relations with alumni, etc., all come into this.
Who do you think
And of
doesn't
course,
understand
can
that?
I finish? And of course, none of this even recognizes that there must be dozens of events and bits of information that we are totally unaware of that the board is. I was certainly surprised to read about some of the apparently controversial past history Gene Nichol had. As I say, I think we'll risk looking foolish. We can't take yes for an answer, no for an answer. We're the ones who count, the only ones who count. Oh, and by the way, those few people among us who are outliers, well, they don't matter either. Now, of course, you're going to do this, but you are going to look foolish. And of course, he is not going to explain to you the reasons, nor should he. They are personnel reasons.
I have Archibald and John Nestle.
I think to vote for this motion presumes the result of the meeting we just asked for.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just makes no sense to me to invite someone and then in the next motion suggest that there's nothing that that person could say that would ever change our minds. If we're going to have a meeting, then we might approach this motion. Right. But it can't be right now.
You might disagree with the board's decision on the basis of the information that we have present, but we're requesting more information, and it may turn out that as a body we decide not to disagree with the board's decision. I doubt that, but that may happen.
I wish Alan were here. I move that we table this motion until after the meeting.
Second. There's Ellen.
Good. Is that right?
Yes. Can we do that, Alan?
You can't table just to kill a debate, a commission without debate. You can urge it to be rejected. You can urge that we postpone consideration.
I urge we postpone. I move we postpone consideration.
That's the debate.
Okay, we have to vote on that. Is that